The FBI director couldn't answer a single basic question about Jeffrey Epstein's files, and Ted Lieu just exposed why. This isn't just about Epstein or Trump, it's about how power quietly bends the rules and institutions avoid accountability. In a hearing meant to clarify what the public deserves to know, hesitation, deflection, and silence became the story itself. From the moment Jasmine Crockett stepped into that room, it was clear, someone had to demand the answers everyone else seemed unwilling to pursue. The Epstein case is notorious, but what often gets overlooked is how investigations unfold when the powerful are involved. Files that could reveal the truth are shelved. Leads that could uncover wrongdoing gather dust. Witnesses who could testify remain unheard. In this landscape, institutions are rarely malicious, they are cautious, self-protective, and influenced by the stakes at hand. Jasmine Crockett's role was to shine a light on these shadows, to force clarity where hesitation had long been the norm. Even when evidence surfaced publicly, Polaroids, notes, and messages, agencies reportedly only learned about them afterward. It wasn't obstruction in the overt sense. It was systemic avoidance, a quiet dilution of accountability, one that eroded public trust. The pattern is subtle but unmistakable. When high-profile figures are involved, the stakes shift. Subpoenas aren't issued. Investigators hesitate. Simple confirmations are deferred. The logic is chilling. Being wrong about a powerful person is more professionally dangerous than being wrong about an average citizen. Jasmine Crockett's scrutiny revealed the consequences of that hesitation. Every unanswered question, every hedged response, told a story of institutional caution. She wasn't just asking about photographs, notes, or the client list. She was exposing the system that quietly decides which truths are pursued and which are ignored. Perhaps the clearest example came with Epstein's client list. High-profile names were implicated. Yet the FBI director refused to confirm them, deferring to indexes and redacted documents instead. For the public, that refusal is a red flag. Transparency isn't merely what has been published, it is also about what institutions decline to confirm. Through her persistence, Jasmine highlighted the gap between what the public believes the government knows and what it actually investigates. Every evasive answer, every pause, revealed a protective mechanism designed to shield influence rather than serve justice. This is not a story of individual failure. It is a story of institutional behavior. Across high-profile investigations, there is a pattern: evidence goes unreviewed, leads go unpursued, and curiosity, the essence of investigation, is tempered by fear of political or social fallout. Jasmine Crockett's focus made the pattern visible. She forced the question, if even the most basic facts cannot be confirmed, what hope is there that the full truth will ever emerge? Her approach demonstrated that accountability requires courage, persistence, and a refusal to accept the silences that so often pass for protocol. Viewers need to understand that hearings like this aren't mere spectacles, they are lessons in how institutions operate under pressure. Silence functions as protection. Influence shapes process. And the consequences of these patterns ripple far beyond one case. When wealth and power enter the picture, the public rarely sees the complete investigation. Jasmine Crockett's presence is a reminder that it takes deliberate effort to hold institutions accountable. She pressed for clarity, not for drama, but for transparency. Her insistence illuminated what so many others have ignored, showing how courage can pierce through institutional hesitation. By the end of the hearing, one thing was unmistakable: real accountability doesn't come from polite questions or procedural formality, it comes from relentless pursuit. Jasmine Crockett wasn't simply reviewing evidence or asking questions, she was demonstrating the public's right to insist on answers, no matter how powerful those involved might be. The FBI director's inability to answer basic questions underscored a sobering truth: when the stakes are high, even major institutions hesitate. The gaps between what the public deserves to know and what is investigated are often filled with silence. And silence, in the world of the powerful, is protection. The public must keep watching, keep questioning, and keep demanding transparency. The full story only emerges when courage refuses to be quiet, and when leaders like Jasmine Crockett refuse to let the conversation end. Power may bend rules, but persistent scrutiny ensures it does not go unchecked. The public must keep watching, keep questioning, and keep demanding transparency. The full story only emerges when courage refuses to be quiet, and when leaders like Jasmine Crockett refuse to let the conversation end. Power may bend rules, but persistent scrutiny ensures it does not go unchecked.